Welcome back to Be More Truthful, the podcast about relationships between men and women. I am Cornbread Capone, and today my very, very special guest is none other than J Blu. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
How everybody doing? How the women doing? How the fellas doing? Everybody love, happiness, and peace, but it's gonna be some bullshit that happen. Let's make it happen.
All right, well, first question I want to start is, how do you feel about dating and relationships in 2024?
Well, shit, I'm 46, and for some reason, I get younger women that I'm attracted to. They're attracted to me, so it's different because most of them got younger kids, and all my kids grown. So
Okay. Now, you brought up something very interesting. You are 46 years old and you attract younger women. Have you ever been in a situation where you had a verbal dispute with a woman, let's say in older than 35 or maybe older than 40, about the fact that men past a certain age like younger women? Because that's a point of contention within the community as far as conversations go.
okay, well, they have no problem with I'm not sure of her name, but the chick that got a baby by Jalen Green that played for the Rockets. He 22, she 46. Nobody got a problem with that.
Right.
Because
They don't talk
a
about
woman.
that. Right.
So nobody, that's cool. But if a man at 46 date a 22-year-old, you robbing the crater, you doing this. Same thing.
Right.
Jalen Green, 22, that woman 46. And not only is she 46, she been doing this for years, getting niggas with money. You feel me? Like, that's what she do. So she looking. So that was her objective, was to find a little young nigga that she can manipulate and get the money. It's cool when a woman do it. It's not cool when a man do it.
Right. Now, there are double standards that go in man's favor, in, you know what I'm saying, in the dating scene too. I just want to point that out, you know what I'm saying, even though those are double standards, you really don't too much hear nobody talking about it, the way you just broke that down. How do you feel about those? How do you feel about modern women? Let's start there. How do you feel about modern women?
Well, I can't really say because I ain't met all of them.
Okay.
So all of them are different in their own way. So I really can't say this modern woman is the same as this new one. All of them understand and pay attention to things different. So I would never, with any generation, put a particular woman in a generation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just her. She can be totally different from the next woman. And that's how I am, like, with life, period. Like, you can go to the doctor, have cancer. I can go to the doctor, but I live longer than you with cancer. That's because our DNA and genetics are different. So you should never judge everybody the same as the last person you met.
Right. Now, I want to ask you this. How do you feel about the women who date hypergamously, meaning, you know, they don't make a move unless there's money involved?
It is what it is. They meemaws taught them that. That's why they meemaws wear moo-moos.
Right.
They be in the house cooking and cleaning. Ain't got to do nothing else. The new generation, they just pretty themselves up instead of just being in the moo-moo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They basically doing the same thing, but they doing less because they ain't cooking. They just out for the lights.
Right.
See, Meemaw didn't care about the lights. The only light she cared about was the lights and the highs. Make sure the highs straight. Pawpaw didn't have to worry about if the bills were going to get paid. He already know if he gave her the money, it was done.
Right.
it's not done like that no more.
Right. I want to ask you this because this is something that I feel like is playing a major role, but I want to see how you feel. Do you think that the music coming out today has a direct effect on dating and relationships?
Definitely. Definitely. Because I saw a video of Cardi B playing some of her music, and then when her daughter walked up, she cut it off. You'll play that for my daughter, your daughter, his daughter, but you won't play it for your daughter?
I thought that was a very telling moment when that
Yeah,
happened.
I recognize that. Like you immediately like, but you will play that for my daughter, and your daughter. But your daughter can't listen to that. Like,
Yeah, I thought about that real. I mean, I looked at that as a sign, but the cold part about it is there's people who know that video exists and know that happened. They probably saw the video themselves if they on the internet, and they still support it.
Yeah.
They still listen to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
that's why I say the generation of women are different. Mama would have been like, this bitch crazy.
Right.
Like, no, that's what it is now.
I want to ask you, do you think that as bad as it is right now, do you think that it could turn around and start getting good again or kind of go back to what it used to be?
I can't really say it's bad because it's not bad. It's just changing in the times. So it's not really bad.
So it's not bad to you?
No. It's just a change in how life evolves, how the world evolves. It's not really bad. It's just how the world evolves and life evolves. It's just they got to get the understanding. It's going to go back to what we was doing in about 15 to 20 years. But right now, this what it is.
Right.
So
I feel like because I saw this shit coming before it got to this point, and I saw it's like I saw the axe coming, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna stand over here. So when that motherfucker swing, I'm not nowhere near it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I saw this coming because I saw entitlement. I saw women starting to become entitled. I heard and I hear men say this all the time. The worst thing, probably one of the worst women you could deal with is an entitled woman. A woman that feels like she's entitled to whatever it is that you have, regardless the fact if y'all are in a relationship or not. She just feels entitled. And I seen this entitlement growing.
But see, me personally, I can kind of understand that because you got to realize women create life. So the entitlement should already be there because they create life. Without a woman, wouldn't be me or you. So I can understand that.
Right.
Like, so that's why I really don't feel no way about how women got the Me Too movement. Great, because without them wouldn't be life for me or you. So they should be entitled to a lot.
I don't know, because back when I was in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, I can honestly say there was more marriage-minded women back then than it is now. But at that point, I was young. I wasn't thinking about the future. I wasn't thinking about 20, 30 years down the line. I was just trying to get through the day. So I wasn't thinking about being serious, settling down, marriage, kids at that point.
Yeah.
But there were more women around who understood that concept back then. Now, looking for that shit is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Most women have adopted the modern woman mindset. I'm going to focus on my career, or I'm going to go to school, or I'm just going to juice niggas out of money for a living. But, some choose OnlyFans, some choose, prostitution straight up, or, other means. And it's like, where are the traditional women? Where are the women that thought like, how you say, Mima, or women of yesteryear? Because that doesn't happen. They don't.
Let me
That
tell you
mindset
why.
don't exist no
Let
more.
me tell you why. It's not the mindset, it's what they done went through. It's hard for a woman to do that when she got 4 kids and not now one of them baby daddies doing anything to help her in her journey on making them kids be successful. You don't have kids, Brad. So you like it's like I'm single, so I deal with women.
Right.
And it's a lot of times where niggas ain't coming through. Literally. I done been at women's house and she'll call a nigga for $10 and a nigga be like, bitch, fuck you. So it ain't like I've been single for 10 years. I just move around and do what I do. You feel me? Because I don't want no relationship because I know what it come with and I know ain't no woman ready for what I'm trying to come with. I'm coming solid, I'm coming loyalty, so I don't even want that. We do what we do, hang out, and what it is. But a lot of niggas ain't handling their business. So I can't really just put it all on women acting a certain way. They acting like that because they don't got what they need, so they gonna boost themselves up more to substitute for what they ain't getting and add a little extra to it. Cause the baby daddies ain't doing nothing.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this: does moving around the way you moving right now does that work better for you? Like as opposed to being in a relationship?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm honest. I'm like, I just left a friend, like, hey, I'm finna go meet her, I'll holler at you later, whatever.
Right.
But the honesty and that go a long way. Just like,
Well, honesty don't exist no more.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm let them know I'm single, whatever. If I like you like that, I'm gonna slow down a little bit on what I'm doing. But I don't like none of them like that.
Now, you have kids, and I have a son, and I know that one day I'm gonna have to sit him down and give him the talk that nobody gave me when I was his age. Now, I know for a fact that I know you have a daughter, but I know you also have sons.
Yeah.
And I know
one son.
one son.
I got two babies, a girl and a boy.
Okay. All right.
He'll be here Thursday, matter of fact.
I know that you had to give him the reality talk about women in the world. I just want to know, if you could summarize it, what did you tell your son when it came time to him to learn about girls, the birds and the bees and all that conversation?
Don't believe nothing the woman tell you. That was it. I love my mom and my sister to death. But I believe a man before I believe what my mama told me or my sister told me. Because they're woman. They not genetically DNA built like us to think like us.
Right.
A woman gonna immediately think off emotion.
Right.
So if I'm talking to my friend and my sister about a situation, I'm gonna lean more towards my friend because he's a male. We got a different connection.
Right.
As far as being males.
Right.
So that's what I told my son. Don't believe nothing a woman tell you. like, your mama, yeah.
Well,
They emotional people and they usually deal off emotion. That's their first reaction to anything is emotion. You deal with a woman. The emotion is what controls how they move.
well, before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, I love all my black women. Vote for Camilla. Vote for Colin All Red. Vote D all the way down the board, and not the D you ladies thinking about, but the other D. Yeah.
All right, on behalf of J Blu, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Be More Truthful. And until next time, everybody, peace and love, because that's what the world need in a major way.